Let's take a quick look at Studio Insights and how it can help teachers verify student workload to make sure they're avoiding posting too many exams on a given day. So the first thing you need to know is to log into Insights. You have to go to insights.studio.app. So that's studio with a y.app. So insights.studio.app. And once you log in as a teacher, you will see something very similar to what's on the screen right now. So you'll see your own profile, and then a series of different widgets that will give you different indications. Let's navigate in this school a little earlier in the school year, where I know there are some tasks, and I'll describe what's going on. So this is a teacher in our school. They have 4 sections that they teach in English, and what you can see here are the different days of the week. Of course, any special days like a ped day or holidays will show up, and then you'll see bubbles and numbers. Now, the bubbles indicate a day where there's an actual class period for that group. So you can see this section meets 4 times this week. When the bubble is filled, this means there's a task that's been published to students in this period. When the bubble is empty, there are none. And the numbers indicate the number of students who have added their own tasks. So that's another indication. So there's a lot you can do here. First of all, you can take a look at how students are managing the tasks that you've published. And these tasks, of course, come from a variety of sources. It could be Google Classroom, Canvas, Schoology, etc., etc. So the same task to all the different students, and then you can see, whether they've seen it, planned it, added steps, or have marked it as done. So this is a quick way to track progress. Now, when you have a number like this, it shows you how many students have added a task, and if I click here, I'll see 2 students have entered a couple of different things. If you're requiring students to enter their own homework, this is very useful to make sure who is actually entering homework or not. That's a quick overview of that part, but the one that's usually the most important is the workload tab. The workload tab is used to verify if students have reached the school-defined threshold of important tasks or major tasks. So let me go through the view that we see here. So for each of these sections and levels, you can see the thresholds are set right here. And there's a daily threshold of 2 major tasks or projects or exams, and a weekly threshold of 3. Now this school doesn't use the weekly threshold, that's why it's set to 3, and the boxes at the end here will show up as red, but they don't actually use that. The threshold of 2 is important to them. They don't want more than 2 exams or major projects, and this is what's being displayed. Now on days where the threshold has not been reached, there might be an exam, there might be something going on there, but it's not important because these students have not reached that limit of 2. So I could add another exam here. So anywhere there's nothing is fine. You can add whatever you like. Anywhere where students have reached the threshold of 2, the box will be yellow. So in this box, what it's telling me is 20 students, that's what the number is, have reached the threshold of 2 major projects or exams on this day. So if I click on this box, I will see what those 2 things are. And obviously, they're not things that I've posted to them. These are things coming from their biology teacher and history teacher. And I can see when they've been published and all of those things. I can see the details and such. So I see there's a test, a pre-test, or a treasure hunt, and then a test here in history. I can see which students are affected by this by clicking on View Details, and I can see the list. I can open individual student planners here as well. This could be done in a variety of places in the app, by the way. So that gives me more details. If I see a box that is red, that means there are students in this section that have more than the threshold. So there are 3 overloaded students. If I click on that, I will see where these tasks are coming from again. Media marketing, French, and math. So I can then decide what to do with this. Now, I haven't posted here. There are no English tasks, so it doesn't belong to me. But maybe if an administrator in the school sees this, they will then want to act on this some way. I can check, what's going on. I can see the names of the students. And maybe this affects me in some way. Maybe these kids are super stressed and maybe they're acting up in class or something. This could help explain that. That's one thing. There are also students at threshold here, so even another reason not to add anything on this day. So by using this, simply focus on the places where there are no colors, basically, where you can actually post something, right? You can also filter only exams, not just like labs and such things. So if you toggle this, you will definitely only see exams on those dates. So right now there aren't too many exams here. There's nothing that exceeds threshold. It's all labs and other such projects. So that's the most important part. You can also see everything that's published in the school. So you could see that if I go to this period here on May 4th, this is the same one as this one. There are 12 tasks. If I click, I can see everything that's there. The treasure hunt, the test, the whatever, they all show up, but every other piece of homework also shows up, again, from all the different sources that post to students. So that's it. That's a quick overview. If you need to do it by grade level, if you're an administrator, just click on workload here and you can see by grade level those same things. So I can navigate in time again, go back to May, and we'll see how the workload shows up here. And you can see there are a few problems in this school. There were. That was in 2020. So, you might want to check in on this. There you go. So that's a quick overview of Studio Insights for Teachers. And you can find most of these things within the planner as well. So if you're a teacher and you use the planner, you can log into that and click on the Insights tab, and you will also see your dashboard from there. Hope this was helpful.